Hi, I'm Sarah. Life took an unexpected turn that changed everything for me and my daughter, Lily. As a single mom and a school teacher, I lead a simple but fulfilling life in our tight-knit community where everyone knows each other. On a sunny afternoon, I decided to take Lily to the local playground after school. She adores the big blue slide there and could spend hours sliding down, her laughter ringing through the park. While she played, I chatted with other parents, soaking in the warm sun and the easy camaraderie. Suddenly, a woman I'd never seen before approached us with a determined stride. Her gaze was fixed on Lily with an intensity that made me uneasy. As she drew closer, her pace quickened, and her expression became frantic. She stopped in front of us, breathless and distressed. Emily, is that you? Oh my God, you're alive, she exclaimed, reaching out toward Lily. Lily, confused and frightened, ran over and clung to my leg. I wrapped my arm around her protectively and eyed the woman warily. I'm sorry, but you must be mistaken. This is my daughter, Lily, I said cautiously. The woman, who introduced herself as Karen, was insistent. No, I know what I'm talking about. That's my daughter, Emily. She was taken from me right here years ago. Look, she even looks just like me. Karen's agitation grew with every word, her voice rising and drawing the attention of everyone in the park. I've been looking for her for years. You have my child, she shouted. Trying to stay calm, I replied, I understand you're upset, but there's clearly a misunderstanding. Lily has been with me since birth, and I have all the documentation to prove it. But Karen wasn't listening. She began pleading with bystanders, please help me. This woman has my child. Her desperation was palpable, and soon someone called the police. As we waited for the police to arrive, I did my best to comfort Lily, who was now crying, frightened by the commotion. It's okay, honey. Mommy's here. Everything will be all right. When the police arrived, they had to physically restrain Karen as she tried to pull Lily from my arms. Please, officer, she's my daughter. You have to believe me. Karen was nearly hysterical, her distress heart-wrenching despite knowing her claims were unfounded. The officer, maintaining a calm demeanor amidst the chaos, said, We need to sort this out at the station. We'll need documentation from both parties. At the station, the cold, sterile environment did little to ease the tension. Lily clung to me, her small hands gripping my shirt as we sat across from the officer handling our case. I need you to stay calm, ma'am. We're going to resolve this as quickly as we can, he'd assured me. But his words did little to comfort my frayed nerves. How can I stay calm when someone just tried to take my daughter away from me in broad daylight? My voice cracked under the strain. I understand, but for now, we need to ensure the child's safety while we verify both your and the other party's claims, the officer explained. He began typing into his computer before looking up. I see here that Karen has made similar claims before. It seems there's a history of mental instability. Though this information didn't fully ease my anxiety, it was a start. Can I make a few calls? I have friends and family who can vouch for me. Yes, go ahead. We'll need all the proof you can provide, the officer said. I pulled out my phone, my hands trembling, and dialed my sister. Hey, I need you to come to the station. It's urgent. What's going on? Are you both okay? Her voice was filled with worry. Just come, please. Bring the photo albums, the birth certificate, anything you can find. As I made more calls, rallying support, Karen sat in a corner of the room, murmuring to herself. Despite everything, I couldn't help but feel a pang of sympathy for her. The officer called me over. We're going to speak with her again to understand her side. Would you mind staying here with Lily? I nodded, hugging my daughter closer. I overheard fragments of Karen's conversation with another officer. Through the window, I caught a glimpse of the playground slide. Karen's voice, broken by sobs, reached me. Ma'am, we understand this is difficult for you, but we need to deal with the facts. The officer noted, there have been similar incidents reported by you. Can you explain that? Karen's certainty sent shivers down my spine. How could someone be so utterly convinced yet so wrong? As my family and friends began to arrive, each bringing pieces of our shared history, I started to piece together a timeline of Lily's life on the station's conference table. Photos from birthdays, holidays, and everyday moments spread out like a tapestry of our lives. See, this is her third birthday party, and here she is on her first day of school, I pointed out to the officer, who examined each document and photo. We'll need to take statements from everyone. the officer said, motioning for my sister to sit down first. As the hours passed, the stack of evidence grew, each piece reinforcing the truth of Lily's identity and my role as her mother. Yet the fear of what might happen if that wasn't enough lingered in the back of my mind. The station buzzed with activity as my lawyer arrived, folders in hand and a look of determination on his face. "Sarah, I think there's more to this than just mistaken identity. I've been digging, and it seems Karen's ex-husband, Mike, might be involved." "Involved? How?" I asked, my exhaustion momentarily forgotten. "Well, it looks like he's been in a bitter custody battle with Karen over their other children. I think he's using her condition to manipulate situations like this to get back at her." "That's monstrous. Using his own children and ex-wife's illness like that?" I couldn't hide my disgust. "Exactly. I think if we can get him to admit it, we can clear this up much faster and help Karen too." "What do you suggest?" "Let's set a trap. We'll pretend you're willing to negotiate some kind of settlement and get him to talk about why he's doing this. We'll record it." "Is that legal?" "With consent in one party states, yes. I'll handle the details. Just follow my lead." We arranged a call with Mike, using the pretext of wanting to avoid further distress for both families. Mike agreed, perhaps eager to manipulate the situation to his advantage. "So Sarah, I hear you want to settle this without more fuss." "Smart move." Mike's voice oozed Fox concern through the speaker. "Yes, I just want what's best for everyone involved." "Tell me, Mike, why do you think Karen is so convinced my daughter is hers?" I asked, playing into his narrative. "Let's just say sometimes people see what they want to see, especially if they're nudged in the right direction," he replied with a smugness that made my skin crawl. "Nudge how exactly?" "Well, if someone were to show her pictures, tell her stories that align with her delusions, it's not hard to see how she might come to believe it, especially if it helps me in the custody battle." His admission was cold and calculated. My lawyer signaled to me, his phone recording every word. "And what is it that you want, Mike?" "Just my fair share. And if using Karen's instability helps me get that, then so be it." The call ended, and my lawyer wasted no time presenting the recording to the police. They acted swiftly. Mike was arrested, and the evidence of his manipulation led to a re-evaluation of Karen's mental health treatment. In the aftermath, Karen, now understanding the truth, withdrew her claim. She was visibly shaken by the revelation of being used as a pawn in her ex-husband's vendetta. I had no idea. I'm so sorry, Sarah. I never wanted to hurt anyone, especially not a child," she said, her words sincere and filled with remorse. "I know, Karen. I hope you get the help you need." I replied softly, my anger replaced by a sense of pity and relief. With Mike in custody and Karen starting proper treatment, I hugged Lily, feeling the weight of the world lift off my shoulders. This ordeal was over, but the journey to healing was just beginning for all of us. Back at home, the warmth of our living room felt like a sanctuary after the storm we had weathered. Lily played on the floor, her giggles soothing my frayed nerves. The doorbell rang, and when I opened it, I found neighbors offering small gestures of support, casseroles, cookies, and even drawings from other children for Lily. "Sarah, we just wanted to say how much we admire how you handle everything. If there's anything you need, just say the word," Mrs. Thompson from next door said, her eyes kind. "Thank you, everyone. I can't tell you how much your support means to us. It's been tough, but I've been thinking about how we can prevent such things from happening again," I said, feeling a mixture of relief and resolve. "What do you have in mind?" Mr. Jacobs, always keen on community initiatives, asked. "I'm starting a program right here in our community center. It's about teaching parents about safety and legal rights, making sure we can all protect our kids and ourselves." "That sounds wonderful, Sarah. Count us in," Mrs. Thompson's son said, placing a comforting hand on my shoulder. As weeks turned into months, the program took shape with regular meetings. Surprisingly, Karen, now more stable and earnest in making amends, became one of the most active volunteers. During one of the sessions, Karen shared her experience. "I was manipulated, and it clouded my judgment. I want to help others see the signs before it's too late," she said, her honesty and effort adding a deep layer of authenticity to the program. Parents listened, moved by her story, and learned to spot the subtle signs of manipulation and mental health issues that could threaten their families. "Karen, thank you for being so open. It's not easy to talk about these things." I acknowledged her after a session, genuinely grateful for her contribution. "It's the least I can do, Sarah. Thanks for giving me the chance to make things right," she replied. As the program grew, so did Lily and I in our new routine. Every Sunday, we volunteered at the community center together, turning our past ordeal into a proactive mission to help others. "Mommy, I like helping. It feels good, right?" Lily's innocent remark one Sunday morning made me pause. I realized just how much she'd grown through all this. "It does, honey. Helping others gives us strength we never knew we had," I said, smiling down at her as the sunlight caught her hair, turning it golden. It felt like the metaphorical light at the end of our tunnel. We walked hand in hand into the community center, ready to greet another day of making a difference. Our hearts were lighter, and our bonds stronger, a testament to our journey from victims to victors. The story has come to an end, but it leaves us with thought-provoking themes about trust, manipulation, and redemption. How would you handle a situation where someone falsely claims your child as their own? What steps would you take to protect your family while dealing with the accuser, who might be manipulated or suffering from a mental health issue? This scenario isn't just a test of our legal acumen, but also of our empathy and resilience. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insight could be invaluable to someone facing similar challenges. If you found this story compelling, please like this video and consider subscribing for more discussions like this. Your support helps us bring more of these stories to light.